queen is Jillian Falcon. Sponsored by number 5, Trey Ryan, and escorted by her father, Joe Falcon.
And congratulations to the 2022 Fort Dorchester Homecoming Queen, Jillian Pfaffen-Bickler, and the Homecoming King, Corey James. Always a special night when former Patriots return to Patriot Field at Bagwell Stadium. 2022 Homecoming. I'm Richard Todd, the voice of the Patriots, here with Athletic Director and Head Varsity Football Coach Steve LaPratt. It is homecoming night, Fort Dorchester hosting Stall. And before we get to the game or anything, Steve, homecoming is always a special night. You get to see some Patriots from the past.
It is. It was good. A couple guys came by today, you know, and that are in. You know, South Carolina's off this weekend, so a couple of guys, Gamecocks, come by to see me during school. So it was good to see them, and it's always good to see our people come back. And I think they like it. They see a lot of change, and hopefully for the better. So yeah, it's a big night for us. Had a pretty good crowd. I was excited. I thought everything went really well.
Yeah, really happy when we have a big crowd for homecoming, and we welcome all former Patriots back. And we're going to get to the game, the Stall Warriors against the Fort Dorchester Patriots. That's coming up next here on the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show.
My coach of the week against Stall is Tracy White. Tracy White coaches linebackers here for me. He's been with me now for 10 years, does a fantastic job. I can remember when I first heard Tracy, it was all about getting somebody who's going to toughen them up a little bit, and he was my guy. He's still doing a good job, puts a good product out every single year. We've had a lot of kids go on and have the opportunity to play on the next level. So Tracy, his wife's got twins. He's got one playing for us, Jalen White, safety. His wife's all involved in our program, so they're all in. They're a whole Patriot family. So it's nice to have Tracy on the staff. And Tracy White, you're my coach of the week versus Stall.
We took our signature sandwich and cranked it up to 11. With bacon and cheese, it's the new Signature Club. Remixed by Zaxby's.
Welcome back to the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show, Homecoming 2022. The Fort Dorchester Patriots hosting the Stall Warriors. So let's get to the action. Coach, I know this was a game you're looking at to hopefully get a lot of players some playing time, but first, you got to take care of some business. And in the beginning of the game, one of the things the Patriots have prided themselves on over the years, short field position, and you really wanted to establish the run right off the bat, Davion Brown and Zion Reynolds.
Yeah, you know, I thought we came out the gate good. You know, Stall's been struggling a little bit this year, and they're trying to get their program going. But it was, you know, I told our guys before the game, you know, the games like this that you're supposed to win, you need to win, but you need to look good. And I thought we came out of the gate really good. I thought the kids played really good tonight. So, you know, I was happy. First quarter, I mean, I think we scored 3 or 4 times. I think first quarter, you know, I think toward, I'm sitting here looking at some of the stats. I think we had like 350, almost 400 yards rushing.
Wow. And that's a great performance from the offensive line as well.
It is. It was really good, you know. You know, Zoltan, our quarterback, was still out. And I thought, you know, we played 3 different quarterbacks tonight. And I thought they did. Charles Watson came in. He started for us. He's a junior. Man, I thought he looked really, really good. You know, I really did. And Banks Wickersham played well for us. And so did Austin Grady. So, yeah, it was good. You know, we got some guys in the game, but we kind of had our plan of what we were going to do with the quarterback situation. So, worked out good.
Well, the running game, Davion Brown establishing it. Zion Reynolds putting in a 20-yard touchdown run for the first score. Davion with a 1-yard touchdown run for the second score. And then a pick 6 from Bryce Carpenter, a 37-yard interception return to make it 21-0.
That was good, you know. I think Aaron Lawrence kind of batted the ball down outside linebacker, and it was up in the air, and it was great to see Bryce. You know, Bryce is a senior. He kind of led our team last year, I think, in interceptions. So I was glad to see him, and you're always glad when you see the defense take one to the house. So You know, they work hard, and you know they don't get to score much, so it's always good to see that. And I think he took about 40 yards.
And you mentioned the quarterback, Charles Watson, having him in there playing against his old team. He had a wonderful 38-yard run there in the first quarter, and then he had a 23-yard touchdown pass to DeAndre Ham to make it 27-0.
Yeah, that was a really, I mean, that was a strike. I mean, that was a really good ball he threw. You know, that's a hard ball to throw, post right there in the middle, and he put it in there, you know, and yeah, it was good to see him. You know, DeAndre Ham, he's kind of coming on his own about the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think our wide receivers, I've been really happy with them at practice, and hopefully they continue to improve as we go along. They've really done a lot the last couple of weeks, so it was good to see them, you know, get a nice pass in there on the post, and DeAndre Ham, was good to see him score.
And the only problems you had was the missed extra point there from Christian Wilson, who did a good job, though, other than that. And then you had 3 personal fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, it's so hard when you do this show before you see the film. You know, last week we had a bunch of personal fouls, and, you know, I went and I watched the film, and I'm like, wow. So, you know, the officials always ask us to share the game film. So I did send it to them, and I wrote some notes on some plays, numbered plays that I thought some mistakes were made, and it was good of them. They totally agreed with the mistakes, and you know, they're gonna make them. I make them every game too. So it's a learning curve for everybody. You know, we're a physical team. We're gonna play physical football. And I even talked to the officials tonight before the game. I said, listen, you know, it's not against the rules to be physical. You know, now if it's, you know, targeting, sure, call it. You know, but don't, you know, just because we get a big hit and somebody's helmet comes off or whatever, or somebody gets laid out, that doesn't mean it's illegal. You know, and that's what we play, that type of brand of football. So I think some of them are warranted. We deserve them, and I think a lot of them we don't deserve. So, you know, once again, I thought some of the calls tonight weren't correct, but it's hard for me to say that until I watch the film. So as of now, I guess they were all correct, but I watched the film and evaluate it, you know, and see how we did.
Well, the film doesn't lie, so we'll find out more about that, but it was a strong first quarter for the Patriots, up 27-0 after the end of one. Second quarter action coming up next as the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show continues next.
Okay, defensive player against Stahl is Bryce Carpenter. Bryce Carpenter is a senior, number 7, plays safety for us. Started all last year for me, led the teams in interceptions last year. It's nice to see Bryce. He intercepted it, plus took it to the house. About a 40-yard interception, and he takes it to the house. So it was great to see that. Great team guy, great family. We've enjoyed having Bryce here. So Bryce, you're my defensive player of the week against Stahl.
We took our signature sandwich and cranked it up to 11. With bacon and cheese, it's the new Signature Club, remixed by Zaxby's.
And welcome back to the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show, Homecoming 2022, and the Patriots lead 27-0 over the Stahl Warriors as we go into second quarter action. And Coach, in the second quarter, much like the first quarter, Davion Brown, who ended up having 140 yards rushing for the game, it seemed like he never went down on the first hit, and also seemed like there were some holes for him up front. And you start out the quarter with a 23-yard touchdown run from Davion to make it 34-0.
Yeah, he's a really good football player. You know, he runs really, really hard, and his technique is really probably the best technical running back I've had. He just gets it. He's good, and it was good. He's kind of been banged up a little bit. He was healthy tonight. You could tell the difference. Zion was a little banged up, so we didn't run him very much. So, Davion came in there. He had 140 yards, and that was all in the first half. I mean, he didn't play any after the second half, and and then we we switched quarterbacks after the first quarter. We let all of them play a quarter. So Banks Wickersham came in. He's only a 9th grader. I thought he came in, did a fantastic job, made some good reads, threw a couple passes, nice passes. So, but he came in there and led us, and I think we scored 2 or 3 times the second quarter. So it was good to see Davion run like he did. And like I said, 140 yards and a half, so a lot of yards.
And a status update on Zoltan for the upcoming game?
He dressed out tonight. We didn't play him, so we're just trying to get him as healthy. Really trying to get all of them as healthy as we can. We didn't really hit any this week, so some of them are getting a little bit healthier. We're about 3 or 4 guys away from being healthy again. So hopefully we're just day by day, man. If we ever get them all back, we're gonna be pretty good.
As for the present, 41-0 Fort Dorchester over Stall at halftime for Homecoming 2022. Second half action is coming up as the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show continues next.
The offensive player of the week against Stall is number 2, Davion Brown. Davion Brown's a junior running back for us, had a fantastic night tonight. In the half, he had 140 yards rushing. He carried people, he ran around people, he ran over people. He was just an outright stud tonight. He's a very, very good ball player, probably got best technique at running back I've seen. So he's been a great addition to our team. Got a very great future in front of him. He will definitely play at the next level. So Davion Brown, number 2, junior running back. You're my offensive player of the game against Stall.
We took our signature sandwich and cranked it up to 11. With bacon and cheese, it's the new Signature Club, remixed by Zaxby's.
53.
I got you out, man.
No, you didn't. You ain't gonna be proud.
And a special moment at Fort Dorchester High School after a 1-year deployment, mainly at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba with the U.S. Navy. Chief Warrant Officer Birds comes back to surprise his family, and his son plays for the Patriots. That was a really nice moment there on the field tonight.
I think his mother called, or his wife, however you want to say it, called the principal this week, and he asked, hey, would you mind if we did that? And I didn't know at that time who the person was. And I said, yeah. I said, does his son play ball? And at that point, Mr. Aldridge didn't know. So then we found out later who it was, and it's Lenny Birds. He's a 10th grader, plays D-line, good-sized kid, good player. So I said, yeah, man, that'd be great. So, luckily we had the luxury of 41-0. We put him in there. He's one of the backups on our defensive line, and we put him in there. He played about 3 or 4 plays, and then it was great. As soon as halftime came, all of a sudden he looks up. I said, "Hey, man, he's out in the middle of the field." He saw his dad. That's a cool thing, there's guys out there fighting for the country, and it's a great thing. Anytime we can do something like that, that's a plus. And it's great that. The attachment, one of our guys, one of our football players, and I think his sister goes to Fort Dorchester too. So, good moment, good stuff at Fort Dorchester, good things, and I told him we were very, very glad to have.
Yeah, those surprise reunions are always really heartwarming, and we definitely appreciate his service in this country and the sacrifice of the family on the home front. So we're really happy to pull off that surprise there at halftime and crown our homecoming queen and move into the third quarter. In the third quarter of action, we're right back to Ryan Campbell, number 44, scampering around the field, hard to tackle, 9-yard touchdown run. It's 48-0 Patriots.
Yeah, you know, we kind of pulled the starters at halftime. And, you know, Austin Grady came in at quarterback. He's a 10th grader, another bright future at quarterback. And, yeah, it was good to see him come in. He controlled the ball game. Came in, Ryan Campbell busted loose, you know, and it was good. You know, it was kind of getting out of hand, so they kind of started running the clock. So we knew, you know, it was really tough trying to get kids in because the time was going so fast. So, but we did. Well, I think everybody played tonight, offensively, defensively, and got some time. And I told you that a couple weeks ago when we were able to do that. I mean, that's huge. These guys play. They practice every single day, and yeah, it's good anytime they can get some quality time. It's going to do nothing. You know, most of them are young, so it does nothing but make them a better ball player next year.
In years past, we've had more chances to get backups in. We've had such a daunting schedule this year. Did you know going into the game this would be a chance to get some backups in? And just what do you say to Patriot fans about the future of Fort Dorchester football when you've got some 9th and 10th graders in there making a difference already?
Football's football. You know, I don't care who you play. They could be 0-50. You don't have, man, you never know what's going to happen in a football game. But you know, we were hoping, you know, we would get ahead and have the luxury to get some of those guys some playing time. So it worked out. It worked out good. I mean, I told you, I think last year we were doing a show. I mean, the future of Fort Dorchester football is very, very bright. I mean, I think it's going to be really good for a long while. Our B team's doing very, very good this year. Our JV's doing very, very good. We're very young on varsity, so you know, we're gonna have a lot of good ball players here for a long time.
Well, the Patriots have a 48-0 lead after the end of the third quarter. We'll talk about the fourth quarter and the last 2 games of the regular season. Believe it or not, the postseason right around the corner as this edition of the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show continues next.
We took our signature sandwich and cranked it up to 11. With bacon and cheese, it's the new Signature Club, remixed by Zaxby's.
And welcome back to the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show. Patriots lead 48-0 over the Stall Warriors for a homecoming night 2022 at Patriot Field at Bagwell Stadium. Let's go into the fourth quarter. First of all, we go back to the theme of getting some backups in the game, and there's nothing like game action. You can practice all you want to, but getting in the game, Naz Riley and Tremel Davis, a couple of running backs, getting a lot of good PT there in the fourth.
Yeah, Naz Ridley, he does a great job. You know, and we had 5 different running backs and 3 quarterbacks play tonight.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
And I know that your guys' eyes are on the prize when it comes to a region championship.
Yeah, it is. You know, that's next team up for us. You know, they've had a good year. They've dropped the last 2 games. I think they played Somerville tonight, and it was close. Somerville ran away with it later, but it was a 1-touchdown game, I think, the whole time till the fourth quarter. So we're gonna have our hands full. They're a good ball club. So hopefully we can get a good game plan together. Guys have a good week of practice. Get some guys healthy. It'd be good if we can get 1 or 2 back. That'll make us a whole bunch better football club. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work and get ready for West Ashley, and hopefully get on down the road and have one more region game before it's all over, for the playoffs.
Well, the West Ashley Wildcats did start the season 7-0, so the Patriots going on the road at West Ashley next Friday, October 21st at 7:30. Patriots, come out and support your team on the road. And then the following Friday, October 28th, regular season home finale against the Somerville Green Wave. We want to have all Patriots come out because it's senior night, Hall of Fame night, and the end of the regular season as we look towards the postseason. So we hope to see you Patriots out there supporting the team as the regular season comes to a quick end, but eyes on the postseason. We thank you for watching this edition of the Fort Dorchester High School Coaches Show.